Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I will be talking to you guys about what it's like to live in Germany as a black person. Let's get straight into the video. To make this video easy to follow, I have grouped my experiences into three parts. The first one being the social part, and then the professional part, and then finally my personal experience as a black person and the black community in Germany. So let's start with the social part. As a black person in Germany, you are going to have to make peace with the fact that you are a minority, you are visible, and people notice you wherever you are. This is not necessarily a bad thing. People in Germany are known to communicate through their eyes. If they see you and there's something outstanding about you, you are dressed very well, or you carry yourself around in a nice way, they are definitely going to look at you. They will admire you from afar. German people are not the ones to walk up to a stranger and just pour their feelings towards them. They are definitely going to admire you from afar. So when a German person stares at you, it doesn't necessarily mean that there is something wrong, they're hating on you or anything like that. Them looking at you can always go both ways. It could be either because they admire you or there is something that you're doing that is just not acceptable. We black people are totally different from German people. So there is certain behaving, certain characteristics that we carry that German people may find a little bit disturbing. For example, being loud. We are known to be loud. We are known to express our joys, our angers. We express our feelings in a loud manner, which is something that people here don't necessarily do. So if you raise your voice a little bit higher, you are definitely going to raise their eyebrows. People will stare at you. Why are you screaming? In my experience, having to have spoken to other people out there, it seems like German people are known for that type of behaving. They don't just stay because you are black. They also stay because you are Chinese. They will stay because it is apparent to the eye that you are not German. So they are definitely going to make it obvious. People stay a lot at you. The next thing is compliments. German people will shower you with compliments. They are not shy when it comes to telling people what they think. If you are doing something good, they are definitely going to commend you for that. If you're looking beautiful, your skin, your hair, they do not mind telling you that something is good. And if something is bad, they are definitely going to let you know. You never have to second guess them. They also love to see hard work. German people love it when they see a foreign person come into the country and do something for themselves. I have seen a lot of appreciation, a lot of people trying to point me into positive directions. They will assist you. They want you to make it because they see the effort you put in. So if you come here, ensure that you're here and you have your head in the right place, you are definitely going to experience more positive things than negative things. The next thing I experienced as a black person in Germany is brutal honesty coming towards you. German people are very honest and they can be very brutal about it. So if you go out there fishing for compliments and all that type of stuff, they are definitely going to tell you their honest opinion and not what you want to hear. And this is something that I really appreciate about them. My husband, for example, is the best person that I turn to whenever I need an honest opinion. He is not second guessing it. He says it the way he sees it. And he's German. It explains it. Living with German people as a black person, you are going to have to get used to people telling you things to your face. People being honest with you and brutally sometimes. The next thing on my list will be ignorant comments and ignorant questions. German people can come across very ignorant. They will ask you things that are just out of the place. And I actually feel that most of these things come from the way that we Black people are stereotyped. A good example would be when I started studying here in Germany, I realized that people always saw you as a poor person. I remember one time in school, we had a problem with transportation, and I offered people at my school to take them back home. People literally looked shocked when they found out that I was driving. Like, what? You are driving? Are you married to a rich man? Like, literally, these were the questions that I was asked. People could not believe that, okay, you are in Germany for such a short period of time. How do you drive? And behold, I was not married at the time. I was not married to a rich man. And my husband is by no chance a rich person. I have also struggled with cultivating relationships and building up new friendship. I actually think that this is very self-explanatory. As a Black person, you will struggle approaching a white person, trying to make friendship. And I think it's the same thing for a German person. It is not easy walking up to someone totally different from you, someone with a totally different mentality. How do you approach someone and ask for friendship? It is definitely going to be difficult for Germans to approach us in the same kind of way that it's difficult for us to approach them. We always tend to think that German people are the unapproachable ones, but I also think that it also has to do with us. Are we approachable? I think it is just difficult to make friendship with people of a different race. We all believe different things of each other. There's a lot of stereotypes. There's a lot of things being said, a lot of beliefs that we all have about each other. So building up friendship with each other just like that, out of nowhere, is definitely something that is difficult to do here in Germany. It's nearly impossible. The last thing on the social realm is going to be the atmosphere in Germany. It's definitely a different atmosphere from what I'm used to. I come from the southern of Africa, and if you have been there, if you've traveled to one of those countries, you will definitely know what type of nature we carry. We are different from the people here in Germany, and that is something that you are going to really need to work on. It's something you're going to have to get used to living with, to find a way to accept that you cannot live the way you lived in Africa. For example, as Black people, when we are happy, we tend to express it in a very loud way. When we are angry, we also tend to express it very loudly. This is not a thing to do in German. German people will not understand it, and this is where they stare at you. So you are definitely going to have to adapt to the atmosphere, to how different it is, and that's really difficult. That's difficult. Even in my relationship with my partner, loudness is something that we really struggled with. Like, we would be talking and I'll be like so happy and excited, and he's like, hey, keep it low, And I also felt really tense because I want to express myself. I want to be me, and you are telling me that is wrong, So it really took us getting used to each other. I cannot say that I'm not loud anymore. I am, but I really try to observe my atmosphere before I express my feelings, because people here will be really shocked about that. And you, on the other hand, will also feel uncomfortable about it when everybody is staring or reacting a little bit uncomfortable about your behaving. So the atmosphere is something that I definitely had to get used to coming here. It's totally the opposite of what I've known all my life. The atmosphere in Germany can be really, really, really stressful. Sorry, that is true though. Now we jump into the professional world. The professional world is where it actually really gets interesting, you guys. As a Black person working in Germany, you are definitely going to have both experiences, positive and negative. I definitely had positive experience when it comes to my Bewerbung, which is your curriculum vitae for the English-speaking people. In Germany, if you have a good CV, people would definitely acknowledge you. I have never applied into any institute and not get a response. So I've always been granted that chance. This is definitely the positive side of being in Germany. Everyone has a chance. Unfortunately, while we are on that topic of opportunities in Germany, I'm going to have to disappoint some of you guys if you were all getting excited about this. It's not every opportunity that's going to be extended to you in Germany that's really, really pure. It is also not always as good as it seems. There is definitely going to be those perverty employees, unfortunately, that are just employing you because you are a black woman, you look beautiful, and they just want to have their experience with you. I say this because I have had my experiences. Like not far ago, I actually had a guy calling me because I had sent my CV towards them. And while we were speaking on the phone, everything was going well. The conversation was going well, and it sounded very positive. He was excited about my German level, which is something that he said it was very important for him to actually check up on this conversation. He then also went on to ask me if I was married. And when I said yes, I could tell how the tone changed. A dip in his tone. He really did sound unhappy about it. And the conversation started drifting off. He quickly said, okay, at the moment, I have a corona case in my office. I will contact you after the phase has passed by. He never contacted me after that. So I'm pretty sure because I am married, I did not qualify to work there. And that can only boil down to one thing. There can be perverts out there. As a black woman, you might really have your own experiences with that. It's very sad and unfortunate. You will also struggle with other ethnic minorities. You guys, we are always sitting in these videos, complaining about German people, German this, German people are like this, German people. Oh my God, it is not only German people that treat other people badly out there. I've had my own experiences with other ethnic minorities. People who just think black people are not worth it. I am not going to say any country. I'm not going to name anybody. But there is people who have really integrated themselves so well in Germany that you would think they're actually Germans. And those people are so good at treating black people badly. They are so good at treating us like we do not belong. They think that they are the second best in German. So yes, it is not always the best idea to think that the person standing in front of you treating you bad is a German person. It could be a person from a different country that is just so good at looking like a German person. There is definitely other ethnic minorities here in Germany that are so hateful of black people. They are so hateful of us black people. I've had a lot of experiences with them, and I know exactly that they are not Germans because I had to work with them for an extended period of time, enough to know that they were not Germans. So yes, don't be quick to judge. The next thing for me as a black person that I struggled with living here is timekeeping. German people, why are you like that with time? Can't you just be on time? I mean, if a German person is meeting you at 2 o'clock, they have to be there at 1:45. They do not like being on time, and they don't like to be after. German people have to come early. If you're not early, you are late. And this is something that I really struggled with for the longest time since I came here. I was always running into class. I was always running into a workplace. I also ran into doctor's appointments and things like that. It was so hard for me to keep time. And to be quite honest, I still have my moments where I still have to run into places where I still freak out because I'm running late. Timekeeping is definitely something that I struggle with being in Germany. I've improved, but I'm still struggling around that area. I don't see anything wrong with being a little bit late. I don't see anything wrong with arriving at the dot. Like, it's okay. It's also okay to be like 2 minutes late, you guys, you know, like 5 minutes minimum, you know, but no, not in German. You can't do that. So I really had to like kind of like bend myself in that direction, but I'm still struggling. I'm not gonna lie to you guys right now and say I'm doing it. No, it's not easy. Yeah, and then under the professional world, the last one will be discrimination. You guys, in German, you are going to experience discrimination as a black person, especially in school. Yeah, I have had to defend myself in the school realm. I don't want to lie to you guys. When I went back into school, I was really focused. I was there to win. So I really did my best. Like, I had good grades. And when I say good grades, I mean I really had good grades. For a person who just came into the country, doesn't know German at all, and they have to learn everything in German, I really did my level best. And even if with all that effort, there was just this one teacher that just didn't want me to make it. She did everything to make sure that if I had a 2, that I had a 3. I was not allowed to have a 2. I was not allowed to have a good grade. And I know you guys will be sitting there and telling me a 3 is okay. No, if you work for a 2, that's what you should get on your Zeugnis. So she always had a reason to push me back to a 3. And why do I think that she discriminated against me? It's because I have already had teachers before her, and I also had teachers in between the time she was a teacher of mine. And every time she was not there, I did well. And every time she came back, I didn't do good. I could never do right with her. She's like the one person that really made me hate school. I am so happy that I'm done with that phase because of this one particular person. And when it comes to my daughter, same story. I've had to also go into the school and stand up for her. There is always going to be, amongst all the good teachers, there is going to be one. There is going to be one that's just not happy with you. One that's just not happy with you making it. And they would definitely push you back. They would definitely make it a point that you are not making it, which is something that we have both experienced. I always like to keep things neutral until or unless I've been proven wrong. In this case here, I have to say, I really think that it is total discrimination. Someone looking at you and thinking, why should you succeed in Germany? Why should you be better than other people? When it comes to winning, there is definitely going to be people that will try to pull you down. I had to put up a fight. So as a black person living in Germany, there are going to be a couple of times where you have to defend your own position, where you have to fight for yourself. And last but not least, accessibility. Finding skincare products, makeup products that actually match up to your skin color, style, you guys, when it comes to clothing, the type of things that we actually like as black people. When you come here, you will realize that there is actually a different way of dressing. So you're either gonna have to bend into the German way of dressing, or you have to lean on towards the internet, where you can actually access thousands, millions of things. You know, on the internet, everything is just there. But locally in German, you are going to struggle with finding these things. You will also struggle when it comes to food. We also have our own traditional meals that we also like to enjoy every now and then. In Germany, you are going to struggle with getting these types of food stuff. And if you do get a place where you can get them, you will probably be exposed to high costs. They cost a little bit more than they would in your home country, mainly because they need to be imported. So yes, when you buy 3 things in these stores, you are already going to be paying a lot of money for them, which is something that really kind of limits the amount of time that we actually eat our own own food. So finding food products, hair products, skincare products is definitely a struggle when you come here and you haven't like really learned your way around things. You are also going to struggle with building friendships, relationships with your own fellow African people. I am sorry, but this is the harsh truth. We complain about how unfriendly German people are when you are in Germany. Let's talk about how unfriendly black people are towards other black people in Germany. It is not easy to build up friendships with black people just as much as it is hard to build up friendship with German people. It is hard to make friends in Germany. There is really two ways in which one can look at these things. You can either look at it with a positive eye or a negative eye. You can also be the victim or you can be honest with yourself. The truth is, life in Germany is difficult for everybody that's coming in from the outside because it is a different place altogether, different traditions and different upbringing. So we are definitely going to struggle with one or two things, and it takes getting used to. You guys, that's it for my video. I hope you could gain some value, and I hope that it didn't come as offensive to anybody out there. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, share and comment. Don't forget to subscribe because I'm trying to build a community here, and I also want to come back with more videos like this in the future. Your motivation is needed. See you guys on the next one. Bye.